Hello! It's been a long time, like months, since I uploaded a video. But I'm back. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. We're making more videos again. I was away working on a TV project in Montreal for about a month and a half. So that's kind of what sucked up all of my time. I had no time to read at all, let alone talk about what I'm reading. But we're back now. We're back into the routine. It's summertime. And I'm really excited about this video. What I am doing is, so I've been back home for about a month now, so I'm easing back into the routine. But I've been reading a lot in the last month, and I want to keep up that momentum. So I'm doing a 24-hour reading challenge. I'm not doing 24 hours reading straight like I did last time I did one of these, but Allison Pages on YouTube just posted a video of another 24-hour reading challenge where it was just kind of over a few days. Cumulatively, she read for 24 hours, so she had a timer going every time she read until she hit 24 hours, and I think that's what I'm going to do as well. And I think that'll end up with even more results than trying to read for 24 hours straight. Anyway, what's going on? What's happening right now? It is Wednesday. I have work to do. I'm still working. But my boyfriend has gone away for a week, and then I'm going on vacation next week to meet up with him in Toronto. So maybe there'll be a Toronto vlog too. Who knows? But yeah, I'm basically here alone with the dog, and we're gonna do a reading challenge. Right now the house is a mess, so my goal for today is clean the house as best I can. So we have a nice clean slate for this reading challenge. I still have obviously my work to do for the rest of the week, but next week I'm on vacation for the whole week, even though I don't leave for the trip until Wednesday. So that should give us plenty of time to do some reading over the weekend and next week, and probably starting this week too, and we'll see what happens. My goals for reading, I don't know everything that I want to read yet, but I want to start by finishing two books I'm in the middle of. So I'm in the middle of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I'm really enjoying this one. It's kind of about video game developers, but it's not in like a boring techie way. It's kind of like, I describe it kind of close to A Little Life actually, but not as depressing and about video games. The other one I want to finish is The Dragon Reborn, which is the third book of the Wheel of Time series. This is also, I'm almost done this one, so I think maybe we'll start with that. We'll see. Anyway, those are the two that I'm going to start with. After that, my TBR pile is so huge. We'll see what happens after that. There's lots of great books that I'm excited to read in here, and we'll get to them. I promise. Yeah, I'm going to get back to work for the morning, start tidying the house, and then probably later this afternoon we will start the challenge officially. Good morning. It's the next morning. I am ready to get started on the challenge. We're going to be reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow first. And I'm really excited. I woke up this morning feeling a little bit congested, so I'm really hoping it's not anything serious. I'm going to drink my big thing of water. Maybe it'll just go away. Fingers crossed. Anyway, all right, we have started. It's counting down 24 hours, and I'm going to get reading. Okay, I need to get to work now. I did some reading, I ran a couple errands, and now it's time for focus. I have things to do before the end of the week, and I only have 2 days left to do them. So, I've read a little bit, under an hour so far, and with the new iOS update, it tells you, like, that timer is stuck there until I finish it. So, this is great. It's going to remind me to keep reading, I think. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. Maybe at lunch I will read some more Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Oh my god. Tomorrow. And yeah, I'll check in then. All right, it's the end of the day. I've been reading for 2.5 hours today, and I finished tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. I wasn't really sure what it was going to be, but it felt very much like A Little Life, but a lot less depressing. It's focused on 2 characters mainly, as well as like a few friends who are all in the video game industry, and it kind of follows them over decades of their life from like childhood up until they're like 40. So I really enjoyed it. It was emotional, but not too much. It was a really great balance of everything. It had some interesting things to say about like art and what is considered art and its value to us as humans. You know, some pretty common novel thoughts, but I really enjoyed having this framed in the video game world. But yeah, that was tomorrow. Next, I'm going to finish the Dragon Reborn. And yeah, I have about a third of this book left, so I'm excited to finish it. I've enjoyed it so far. I've been reading it very slowly on and off over the last couple months. It's a very typical fantasy adventure. From what I understand, the Wheel of Time series really becomes kind of its own thing starting in book 4, and the first 3 books are just very set up and kind of from what I've heard is it's doing the stereotypical fantasy thing intentionally, and I think it's going to kind of subvert that later on in the series. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But I am enjoying a typical like kind of Lord of the Rings ripoff kind of thing. But yeah, more than 3 books of this, I would be tired. So I'm excited to see where the series goes from here. I'll do more of a recap once I've read more, because honestly, I can't really remember what's going on in the book right now. Besides reading tonight, I need to make some food now. It's like 6 o'clock. And I think I want to bake some cookies. So I'm going to do that. I'll probably prep the dough, let it chill for a bit. And while that's chilling, I really need to do some yard work. I need to trim some bushes that have gotten out of control outside, and ideally mow the lawn too, but I think that might need to wait until tomorrow. But we're gonna give it a go. And then we'll do some more reading after that. It's still freaking hot outside, so I don't want to do the yard work yet, but I think once I've cooked dinner, eaten, and started my cookies, then we'll be able to move on and go outside. Ernie update. He was at daycare for most of the day today. Oh, I'm sorry, he perked right up because he loves that word. And that should make him pretty chill for the evening. Low maintenance guy tonight. But maybe we'll play in the backyard a bit too. Hi, hello. I realized that I haven't talked to you today. But I've been working. I'm done working now. It's later in the night. It's like 7:30 p.m. And I'm officially on vacation for the next week. I'm very excited. Ernie is very excited. Yeah, I haven't done too much reading today. But now we're really diving into the challenge. I just ran a few errands. I had to pick up Maggie Rogers' new album that came out today. Very excited about it. And I also picked up a few snacks. I'm excited about this rainbow popcorn. I think it'll help me with the reading challenge, because I'm going to need sustenance. I also have some Thai food on the way. I'm very excited for some red curry. But yeah, my goal tonight is to read for 3 hours. So if I start at 8, that brings me till 11 o'clock. I think that's doable. I also, yeah, I'm almost done. Where did I put I am almost done The Dragon Reborn. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm not sure what I'm going to read when I'm done this, but yeah, we'll see then. I have, like 10% left of the book, so I'm going to be done real soon. So I'm going to need to decide soon what I'm going to read next. I'm enjoying the book so far. So far, it's almost done. But it is very typical fantasy. I sometimes zone out while I'm reading it. So I'm hoping I'm more focused for this final chunk of the book. But then we'll probably move on to something a little bit less dense for the next book. So yeah, that's my plan for the night. Read. Listen to some music. Maybe make a cocktail or two. And I'll check in when there's an update. Alright, I've been reading for about an hour, and I finished The Dragon Reborn. I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to need to read some sort of recap or something before I move on to the next book in the series, but that's okay. I think the next book I'm going to read is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. This is like a kind of short book. It's a little over 200 pages, so I think it's a good one to be the next step after that dense fantasy. It's a contemporary, I think, horror, or at least horror adjacent. So I'm excited to read more about this. I've heard a lot of good buzz about it, so I'm excited. It's about 9:30 at night, so still plenty of time to read before going to bed. Hopefully. I don't get too tired too fast, but yeah, that's the plan. It is midnight, and I've just finished reading Our Wives Under the Sea. I enjoyed this, I think. It's not really what I was expecting, but it was still enjoyable. This is basically about a woman, Leah, who is a marine biologist, who goes on an expedition in a submarine, and the submarine kind of disappears for a couple months. And it kind of alternates between her perspective of what's going on the submarine and her wife, Miri, kind of on land. And it's Miri's story is kind of about dealing with Leah when she's returned and kind of figuring out what's happened while Leah is actually giving the account of what happened in the submarine. And this is very much the definition of trauma plot. The entire story revolves around the question of what happened to Leah in this submarine. So I know we kind of have overkill on the trauma plot. That's a big discourse right now, and this is very much an example of that. It kind of took some weird turns in the later parts, but I kind of saw exactly where everything was going the whole time. So it was a quick read. I read it in less than 2 hours. It was enjoyable. It was queer, but it was nothing phenomenal. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm ready for bed, and Puppy is very ready for bed. So I'm going to get ready to go to sleep and continue on with the challenge in the morning. Hello, good morning. It's Saturday morning. Like 9:30 in the morning, and it's gonna rain again today. Oh, and the dog needs to go out, so I'm gonna make this quick. I read all of this morning in bed. The Employees by Olga Ravin. I will do more of a recap later because someone's being obnoxious, and I want to bring him to the park before it starts to rain again. But that was my morning so far. Today, I know I'm going to want to get out of the house at some point and do something, but for the most part, my focus is to read as much as I can, so that tomorrow isn't overwhelming at crunch time. But that's my morning update. Good morning to you. I need a coffee, and we're going to the park. See you in a bit. Alright, it's now noon. I've been reading like an hour and a half. I have 14 and a half hours left in the challenge, so that's like Still like 6 hours of reading to do today. But I have been reading Gallant by Ve Schwab. This is a young adult novel. Kind of a haunted house, orphan story. Classic kind of that genre. It feels very like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, like Spiderwick, like that kind of era of young adult novel. This kind of fits right in with that. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's simple, but I'm almost done it already. Like it's a quick read. There's lots of really beautiful illustrations in the book as well, and it's pretty like spaced out. So a lot of it is like there's a couple like diary entries that take up like the whole page, but is only a sentence or two, stuff like that. So it's a pretty quick read, and I'm really enjoying it. And I really wanted to choose this one. One, because I find Ve Schwab really easy to read, and I think that's what I need to focus on for this reading challenge to be successful, is finding books that are easy to read and easy to get through. And I'm always changing books, because if I'm stuck on a long or complicated book for a long time, I think it'll really discourage me from continuing with the challenge. But the other reason is because the first 24-hour reading challenge I did on this channel was also a Ve Schwab book, so I wanted to include her in this experience too. So now it's like noon. I'm going to take a little break from reading. I'm going to do some cleaning up, do the dishes, put some laundry away, that sort of thing, kind of reset for the rest of the day or the weekend. I might go run some errands this afternoon. I'll probably, after I'm done tidying, I'll finish this, because I can't have more than 20-30 minutes left of reading for this to be finished. And then I might get out of the house for a bit, go run some errands, do a little bit of shopping. There's a couple things I need to pick up. So that's the plan for this afternoon. I've been recording some TikTok videos of all the books I'm reading too. I'm nothing about the challenge specifically, just like some little mini reviews. And I think I'm going to keep that up, keep doing some mini reviews for everything I'm reading, or at least books that I think are worth talking about on Bookstagram or Book Talk, TikTok, whatever it is. Hope you're having a great Saturday or whatever day it is you're watching. All right, it's now 2:30 in the afternoon. I have finished reading Gallant. I enjoyed this. It was cute. This follows the story of Olivia, who is a young orphan living in an orphanage who can see ghosts. And she receives a message from a distant relative to be like, come live in our family estate, and she's never heard of. Sorry, the dog saw a cat out the window, and now things are happening. The story was interesting. It moved very fast. It felt almost like the kind of first half of a story. I don't know. It was a little bit incomplete, I think. I think the first half was very slow, but then the ending happened like in a second. So I wish this was a bit more fleshed out. Maybe there will be a sequel. We'll see. But I really enjoyed the premise. The setting was really good. It was really interesting. I love ghost stories. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed Gallant. It's I think it's considered a YA novel. So it was very easy to read. It was a quick read. And now I'm going to go to the mall, run a couple errands, and then get back to reading. I still have 14 hours left on the clock, so I need to do a lot of reading today because I can't do all that tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's happening. I am back from my errands. Nice little break, popping around town. But as I walked in the door, I realized that I forgot one stop, which is the pet store, which I really need to go to because the puppy is out of food. So I'm going to need to go back out again. It is 4:30 already, so we're losing a lot of day. Don't know what's going to happen. We might need to extend this challenge an extra day, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to try to read for probably an hour, and then I'm going to go out again, get something to eat, and head to the pet store. I've decided that the next thing I'm going to read is Companion Piece by Ali Smith. This is kind of a follow-up to her seasonal quartet, which was spring, summer, autumn, winter. I've only read 2 of those, but I think that this is going to be a good one. It's They're all kind of independent stories. This one is supposed to be more COVID focused, so we'll see how interesting it is. I'm not afraid to abandon this if I need to and switch to something else. I've built quite a queue of things I want to read next, so I'm excited. I don't think this is too long either. Let's see, how long is this? Ugh. Yeah, a little over 200 pages, so it's doable. We're going to read it for an hour. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to go get some pet food. All right, it's 10 p.m. I have finished reading Companion Piece by Ali Smith. I didn't love this one. It was okay. I definitely liked it better than Winter, but not as much as Autumn. But this one is very COVID-y. It takes place during 2021, and it's kind of about, everything going on in 2021. And it was all right. I think my biggest issue with this is that Ali Smith does not seem to understand Gen Z kids or non-binary people in general. We're introduced to this one non-binary character with them being kind of a Karen, and everything that is kind of being perpetuated by this character is like this character is threatening someone with calling the police. This character is like a COVID denying, and obviously there's outliers in every community, but this just seems so disconnected from everything I know about the queer community, everyone I know in the queer community. And it seems like the things that this character is doing are kind of more actions that are perpetuated against queer people. So I was very confused about that. But that being said, there was also another section towards the end that was very lengthy, flashback, that we had never really heard of anything about before. So this book was all right. It was a quick read. I'm glad I read it, but it is definitely not my favorite. I still have, 11 hours and 40 minutes left in this challenge. So this is a lot. I got to get the pace moving. So I'm going to try to do at least 2 more hours tonight. I don't know if I'll check in again. I'm just going to plow through and probably go right to bed and crash as soon as I'm ready. Keep reading until the very end, till the last of my energy is drained. The next thing I'm going to read is When You Call My Name by Tucker Shaw. This is a YA queer romance that is set in New York in the 90s, I think, or maybe the late 80s. We'll see. I am excited to read this. I think it's going to be light and fluffy. It's going to move fast. Exactly what I need for this challenge. That's my plan. I am going to take a quick 5-minute break now, tidy up my little space, get a snack, change into some comfier clothes, and then read late into the night. Maybe we'll finish this one too. It'll be the 4th book I finish today. It's longer. It's about 350 pages, but I think it's going to be an easy read, a quick read. So, I'll see ya in a bit. Good morning. It's hopefully the last day of this challenge. I have about 9 hours left of reading to do. I've been reading this morning for a bit. I've been reading When You Call My Name by Tucker Shaw. It's all right. It's a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be. Not as light and fluffy, but that's okay. I'm still enjoying it. It's still a pretty easy read. The 2 main characters are Adam and Ben, and they've each had kind of their own separate storylines up until this point, and I'm just at the point now where they've met. So, I'm excited to see how this finishes. I'm surprised it took this long for them to meet, but one of them has a different boyfriend already. The other one is going through a whole family thing, so pretty typical for this kind of book, but we'll see how it goes. It takes place in 1990 in New York City. A lot about AIDS, a lot about hate crimes, but it's not too depressing.
Yeah, kind of Angels in America for teens. One thing it does do that I find extremely irritating is it's like the narrator is like wink wink nudge nudge about the future. Like there's one point where a character is like, nothing in New York City is permanent, and then they like zoom out and they're standing in front of that World Trade Center. It's like, okay. And there's another point where a character's like, oh, imagine if someday TVs were flat and could hang on the wall. That would never happen, though. Like, it's cheesy. Stop doing that. But besides those little moments, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. So today, Sunday, I want to finish this reading challenge. So I got a lot of reading to do. There's other things I need to do as well. Soon, I'm going to be leaving to go meet a friend for brunch. Sorry, my voice is like, I haven't spoken at all today. Gotta warm it up. I'm going to meet a friend for brunch who I haven't seen in a long time. I'm excited about that. Gotta take Mr. Puppy out for some exercise. And I need to start getting ready for my trip because I leave in 2 days. So that is all very good and exciting, but I really got to finish this reading challenge because I want to edit this video and post it like tomorrow. And I also need to I'm going to film a reading wrap up. Finally, it's been like months. So for this triumphant return to YouTube, got a double video situation. Anyway, that's what's up. I will let you know when I'm finished this book. Alright, I'm home from a delicious brunch. I was gone much longer than I thought I was going to be. I ended up running a couple errands while I was out, and then I forgot that one of the main bridges in Halifax was closed today, and I needed that to get home. So I drove all the way to the bridge and had to turn around and go to the other bridge. So that was annoying. And then I got home and I felt bad that Ernie had been alone all morning, so we went to the park. And now I'm ready to settle in because I got my work cut out for me. There's like 9 hours of reading to do in this challenge, and it's 1:30 in the afternoon. So we're going to get cracking. I'm not leaving the house again until we're done this. I gave him an ice cube to cool him down after playing outside in the heat, and he seems to be enjoying it. I finished reading When You Call My Name by Tucker Shaw. I was kind of unimpressed with this one, not gonna lie. It felt very, I don't know, it all felt very familiar. It wasn't bringing anything new to the table. It had really nothing new to say. There was, kind of an interesting turn of events towards the end, but still, this just felt like so many other things that are about the AIDS crisis that I feel like other things have already done this better. Yeah, I'm still a little disappointed with this one. It was still a good read. I think it's interesting to kind of introduce these ideas to a younger generation. But, yeah, I was let down. And I felt like between the two main characters, Adam was the only one that was really fleshed out. I felt like Ben was half a character. So, yeah, I wish it was a bit better, but what can you do? There's 7 hours left of this reading challenge. I'm getting a little bit... I don't know, we'll see. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see if I can finish it. I got really slowed down. I needed to take, a break in the middle of reading that last book. So, my plan was to read this one next, Exalted by Anna Dorn. This seems like a kind of millennial astrology something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure if this is actually what I'm going to read next. I'm going to look through my stacks. Maybe there's something else that'll catch my eye that might pull me in better. But, yeah, I'm going to get back to reading, and hopefully we're not up all night. Okay, y'all, I'm tired. I need to extend this challenge an extra day. This is going until Monday. It's a long weekend here, so it's okay. It's acceptable. But I really need a break tonight. I'm going to read 2 or 3 more hours.
And then I just need to watch TV or, I don't know, sleep, do something else. I've been just putting it off all afternoon and like not wanting to pick anything up, and that's not the point of this. So, I think I'm going to read this, Open Water, by Caleb Zuma Nelson. This is a short little romance book about two people in the art world in London, I think. So I think this will be quick. I'm going to read this tonight and then finish the challenge tomorrow. There's still 7 hours left of reading I need to do. It's not happening tonight. It's already after 6. So, an extra day it is. I just need to say that this Biz Red Bitter non-alcoholic aperitif cocktail, this is my new favorite thing. I am obsessed. I guess they're all the rage in Italy. I got it at the Italian market here. Just put it in this little wine glass. It's delicious. It's like a little Campari-based cocktail, like a little spritz. But it's non-alcoholic, so you can drink them all day while you're working. And no problem. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm catching up on some BookTube. And I've eaten a little chicken wrap. I'm feeling good. And now I am ready to get back into reading. So I'm going to start this. Hopefully put in a couple hours. I think I'm going to, put a couple records on. Try to relax. Get in the groove again. There's only a few hours left of this challenge. We're going to finish it tomorrow morning. That's my goal. We're going to read as much as we can tonight. And then before lunchtime tomorrow, we're going to knock them all out of the park. While I was eating my dinner, I started assembling this vlog. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to export and upload this tomorrow. As soon as I'm done this challenge, it's happening. It's going online. So that's the YouTube life. That's BookTube. That's vlogging. That's the reading challenge. I'm losing it. It's okay. We're having fun. Good morning. I am so tired. I woke up really early and I finished reading Open Water this morning and then I fell right back asleep again. And now I'm just coming back into the world. This was a really good book. It was beautifully written. It's a pretty straightforward romance between two Black Londoners who both work on the art scene. One is a photographer, the other is a dancer. This was so beautifully written. The prose was stunning. I absolutely loved the thoughts being brought forward in this. The plot itself, just beat by beat, wasn't anything new or exciting, but just the way it was presented was really well done. It was also really interesting because it's written in second person perspective. So everything is like, you do this, you did this, you did this, which I thought was at first a bit jarring, but as you got into the book, it was really, really beautiful. I really liked how the writer did that. Excuse me. So I think I only have time for one more book in this challenge, and then we're free. And I'm going to do Exalted by Anna Dorn. So I'm going to bring the dog out, and then I'm going to get to it, and we're going to be done soon. I'm sorry if you hear any weird noise. There's like an amateur band performing at the park down the street. But I have good news. We're finally done. I just read all of Exalted. I thought I was going to abandon this after like 50 pages, but I stuck with it and finished the challenge. I did not like this book. It was fine by the end, but the characters were really, really unlikable, especially in the first half. It took so much energy to like get through that book. The twist I saw coming from a mile away. It was just like, I don't know, a bunch of trendy catchphrases turned into a vague plot. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. But that's all right. We're done the challenge. Here is my stack of everything that was read. We did it. 9 books total. And yeah, for highlights, I'd say my favorites were
Gallant and Our Wives Under the Sea. I also really loved Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. So I'd say, yeah, that's it. We did it, Joe. That is, the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you'd like to see next, although next it will be my July wrap-up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.